Now here comes double rocker. That's for you over there.
Oh, yeah, but here he was. Yeah.
Excuse-moi, j'ai tant résisté. Notre miroir m'attend apeuré. C'est toi qui lui donne son profond. La peur me quitte, je peux me livrer. Je peux sentir et enfin t'aimer.
There we go, and we are live or live, depending on how you read it and hear it in your head. And that was live, although it was a recording of live. Much like future generations listening to the show will also be listening to recordings of live.
Uh-huh.
And I'm here.
Oh.
Ours is here.
Oh.
And
I hear
Warhawk-
myself. I hear hello.
Well-
Okay, there. I feel better now. What? Hey. What do I hear myself? I hear myself. Hello.
Give me time.
Echo.
Let me look.
Echo.
Let me look.
Echo. We're hot since hello. Echo. That was my sound check. Thank you. I should have said sibilance. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So that should not be doing that
That
anymore.
fixed it. Yeah, that fixed it.
For some reason, some dumbass,
Oh no! Don't put me in quad. Don't listen to Warhawk.
some dumbass, probably in California, decided I got a great idea for the next version of Chrome. Let's make it reset sound settings on websites that have like that. Sure, years of remembering the setting and sticking to it has been fine, but what if someone wants it to revert back to what we think it should be?
You gotta reset it once in a while, otherwise things is stale. You
I
gotta
reset it last week. We went through this last week. I just
What?
did this.
It's okay. It had another update. It's fine.
If
Fine.
we keep doing the same bit every week, people are going to stop tuning in.
I think that's only the second time I've ever had that happen. Honestly,
Ah.
well, maybe
Hey,
3 or 4 times.
anyways,
we've
yeah,
been talking
that
for a
was-
while, so it's okay.
So that was a live from one of my live bootlegs. I've gathered every live
I don't
recording.
know if Twitch caught that. She sounded out of tune, but I wasn't quite sure. I don't know if that was a Twitch problem or a me problem. Yeah, she sounded a little out of tune.
Well, I
but-
mean, live's not going to sound as good as the.
but she
why-
was like talking
but
about
it's gonna have
puppy
energy.
puppies. So
Well, there was that.
I mean, did she
but-
sing that during the Puppy Bowl? Because I do not know why they don't sing that during the Puppy Bowls.
I
honestly.
mean,
they could.
the song might Warhawk thinking that it sounds like Star Wars. Well, it had a trombone in it. Most rock songs
Yeah.
don't have a trombone in it, and
Whatever it was.
trombone is pretty prominent in the Star Wars theme, and the Star Wars theme has a lot of fifths in it. So, like, what doesn't sound like Star Wars when you play it on trombone? Yeah, but no, and
Can't Stop Believing by Journey doesn't sound like Star Wars if you play that with trombone. How's that?
I could probably make that sound like Star Wars.
I'm sure you could.
I probably could. Of course, I've never played a trombone, but I probably could. I mean, it's a brass instrument. I know how to play brass, and I could probably.
When was the last time you pulled your brass instrument out?
It's been at least 5 years. My chops are probably not in good shape.
It didn't make it to the house.
Yeah, heck, I've pulled it out on the show.
I'm sorry. What about your brass instrument, though?
I was thinking to myself, it's a shame that I'd set up a perfectly good punchline, but thank you, Mars. Thank you for but once again, we are here for another fun-filled edition
Brian.
Insert title here.
It is.
of Brian is drinking with his friends. Is where
What?
Brian is.
Is he drinking milk?
Yeah, I think that's no. I got a message from Brian because I think last week he said that there might be something this week. And so he wrote in, I was right. On Monday evening, my neighborhood is doing a neighborhood watch meeting. And he put neighborhood watch in quotes. Neighborhood watch meeting. ... Only 2 dots.
Oh.
There might very well be some drinking involved.
Oh.
So I sent him the link anyways.
So is he going to have a
'cause
third wife after this, or?
depends how much they drink. I don't know. Is that legal in California?
3 wives?
Isn't there a strict 2-wife limit in California?
I think if you do like a trade with some pigs and a sheep and a goat, I think you can get a third wife. I don't.
Dune already in so many things, but I don't know if he understood what I meant. Chops are basically one of
Pork
the
chops? Pork
well,
chops
no.
are good.
I'm not even sure how to describe it. Basically, the strength of your mouth to play a brass instrument is what I'm referring to. What I recall is that the guy that did the arrangement of our marching band music in high school is a guy by the name of John Ariantano.
Is he the one that climbed the structure and fell off?
No, he was usually not there, and no one fell off of anything. But he also would work with us, but he was primarily a brass player. And so he had his chop builder exercises that he handed out to all of us from the photocopier and promoted with us to build chops, the chop builder exercises. And so that's kind of where I get the whole, you got to have your brass chops, so it was these, in fact, that page is long gone, which is too bad because if I were ever going to pick up the French word again, I need to play some chop.
You better
building
Google how to
exercises.
get how to get your brass chops.
I need to get my brass chops back. I need to play some chop builder exercises is what I need to do.
Yeah.
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 I just remember one time I was playing one of the chop builder exercises and my dad popped in and said, play that again. That sounded like the opening to I, Claudius. And I'm like, it was just a little exercise.
Well, we should walk in and say, that sounds like the beginning of Star Wars.
No, yeah. French horn sounds like I, Claudius, I guess. Trombone sounds like Star Wars.
What about tuba? The beginning,
Tuba?
it's some tuba.
Tuba sounds like Tubby.
Oh.
Tubby the Tuba.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, we did that one year.
Okay.
It wasn't good.
I'm sorry.
Paul flubbed his line.
Well,
I might have a recording of that somewhere.
well, sometimes.
And when I say I might have a recording of that somewhere, that means I have a recording of that somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
Off in the hard drive down at the NAS in the basement.
yeah, here we go. School band recordings. Immaculata High School Concert Band Spring Arts Festival, May 1st, 1994. Tubby the Tuba.
Once upon a time, there was a band which was all busy tuning up.
Apparently, the company that did the recording for this never heard of pop filters.
Pop! Yeah, dude, I have a pop
filter.
filter on mine, I think.
First, the oboe gave his B flat to the clarinets.
But at some point, he messes up the singing part.
Gotcha, cried Tubby. Oh, you're sitting on me, cried the little tune. Poor Tubby picked up the flat little tune and tried to squeeze it back into shape. You clumsy fool, snapped the brasses.
All right, let's see. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, the orchestra got mad at Tubby for messing up the...
Stop it, cried the conductor. Stop it, I say.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Poor Tubby.
Oh, here we go.
In the water.
Here's the part that I remember where it was flubbed.
Alone am I, me and I together.
I won't say the name of the person that did that. That's gonna suck when you nail it on the rehearsal and you flub it the night of the concert.
You know what? He probably did it so well no one really noticed.
Yeah.
Sure, still got an A+.
I noticed.
in the Gazette. You know.
I still remember the face the conductor made when that happened. That was the funniest part of that. He made that like, whoa, look, while conducting.
He was doing all the work. He was talking. The
Yeah.
conductor just has to wave a little wand around.
Oh, well, you also had to do the tap, tap, tap sound effect at parts in that piece,
He has
too.
to do tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, I had to do the tap, tap, tap because that is in the score for the conductor to do the tap, 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 tap at the... but, yeah, so that's
Wait, is
the
it 4
two.
taps or 3 taps?
3 taps.
Okay, I didn't know.
Dune says singing in a marching band. No, this is concert band. I'm moving all over the place. I talked about the marching band guy that had the chop builder exercises. Now I'm talking about the tuba being played in the concert band. You wouldn't play a tuba in the marching band anyways. You'd play a sousaphone in the marching band.
So I have a question. Where they get rid of their spit valve goo during the orchestra? Do they have like cups or something?
We put paper towels on the floor next to our foot.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is it Bounty? Is it a quicker picker upper? Is it?
It was
does
just like
it- does it
brown
hold
paper
all
towels.
that?
Like it's the same type of thing that they'd put in the dispenser in the restroom.
Oh, the wax paper you wipe your booty with.
No, the brown little paper towel rectangles.
That's not gonna be a quicker. You be emptying that spit valve. That thing's not gonna do nothing.
That's what we used. That
Why
was-
don't you just like put little
anytime we
sponges
wanted,
down there or something?
anytime we pulled out the instrument to play and got in the classroom to practice, every one of the brass players got a paper towel put on the floor next to them.
That really helped. You know, I'm sorry.
We
for
had
the
a
people that
place to
clean
unload
up
our
after
spit.
'em.
It did too.
Yeah.
Dune writes in, you went both ways. There's no option. Let me tell you something. When I entered into high school, I had no interest in being in marching band. I was like, I like to play my horn, and I like to sit down and play my horn, and that's what I want to do is sit down and play my horn. So I want to join the music program and be in the concert band, but I don't really want to do. And there was like an audition process you kind of had to do. I don't know that anyone ever got rejected for the audition process. It was more of a let's see what you can do and what and maybe we recommend some lessons or maybe So I came in, played a few things on my horn. They're like, okay, you're in. You can, and I'm like, I'm really not interested in marching band. I'd just rather do concert band. They're like, okay, yeah, we can figure that out later. Next thing I know, I'm getting on a bus going to Camp Bernie for band camp to learn the marching routine.
What? You see, if you played the tuba, they wouldn't have made you get a marching band.
Sister Dolores was a force of nature, and if you signed up for the whole deal, and that was that. The only way you could possibly do concert band and not marching band is if you were on the football team.
Well,
And I wasn't on the football team, so I didn't have an excuse to not do marching. That's the only way that works.
I mean, you could have been on the football team.
No.
Oh,
No, I could not have been.
I mean, I don't know what I run from one side of to the other side of the football field. I'm like, well, I did that once in my life. I won't do that again.
I figure, why would I want to be an opening and closing act when I could be in the main event?
Okay.
Everyone was there to see us.
Or Gators. See, this is the thing. You go on a football team, right?
Uh-huh.
You sit on the sidelines the whole year. Then you don't have to do anything.
Oh, yeah, that was Dennis Fleet.
Yeah, so you don't have to do anything.
They never played it.
And that, see, perfect. They had their idea. They're like, I'm going to be on football team, but guess what? I'm going to sit here for the credit, and I don't have to do jack diddly squat.
I remember for some reason, like the last game, I think it was Steve who was like, started chanting, put in Fleet! Fleet! And I'm like, what? What are you
Well,
doing?
if they're behind like 42 to zip, might as well.
No, we had a pretty competitive football team, actually.
Oh.
We usually did really good until we didn't.
Isn't that usually how it starts, though? We do
Yeah,
really good until we didn't.
I mean, sophomore year was a good year because sophomore year, the football team took the championship and the marching band took the championship. So it was a winners all around.
Oh, so you won too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Did you get a trophy?
Oh, yeah, we got trophies.
Did-
They're in the case of the school. Well, they're probably not in the case anymore. Because
Whoa, I'm sorry.
they've probably been retired to storage.
If everybody
to display
in the
newer
marching band gets
trophies.
a trophy, take it home. I'm sorry.
No, not
One
everyone
person
gets
can donate
one.
their trophy. The rest of the band can take it home.
the band is presented with a trophy that goes in the display case in the school
Well,
until
that's
they
not fair. No one gets to
shuffle
take
them
it
out
except
for the
the
new
school.
trophies. You know?
I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. We earned that thing. You can display it for a week, but we want to take it home. Bye.
I mean, it's a band of one trophy split multiple. I mean, I guess I could get a sliver of it.
It's like, yeah, I like the foot. Thank you.
Oh, Warhawk going pop filters. Talk about pop filters. Shooby dooby doo wah.
Yes. Yes.
That's oh man, it's too bad we can't have Damon do that as a parody.
I mean,
Yeah,
no, probably not.
no.
That's a shame.
that's a shame. And anyways, so I'm here, you're here. Brian is drinking with friends, and you know, I gotta tell you,
Is he eating steak? Is he barbecue? It's kind of cold today. It's 70 degrees today, so I don't know.
They're watching the neighborhood because it's a neighborhood watch.
I
But,
mean,
yeah.
I've gone on neighborhood watches before, but it didn't do much good. So
No.
we have a Ring network. It watches for us.
Oh, okay. So, let me make sure this is
I mean,
right.
I don't, but everybody else does.
Yeah. Okay. I realize I didn't start the audio recording, so let me start that.
Oh,
Although at this point, I mean, everything's archived to YouTube, so that's probably
for now.
yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, I might have to download all of that.
Did you hear the first? I think it's the first 4 to 5 seconds of your YouTube video. You're allowed to curse now without being penalized.
The first 4 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
What about the rest of it?
Oh, you'll be penalized.
Well, shit.
It's within 4 seconds. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Fuck that.
You now cannot be monetized.
Today it was funny. We're doing another walk around because we're getting rid of the half floor that we have in our 1.5 floors, and the guy
This
that's
is the other half of the floor.
well, we're giving it back to the building, and they're not going to charge.
Wait, they only
us
get half a
rent for it
floor?
anymore. They gave us 1.5 floors. We had 1.5 floors, and then they decided, well, since we don't have everyone in all the time at the same time anymore, we really don't need that half floor. We only need 1 floor. So they decided, let's make 2 changes simultaneously. Let's require everyone to be in at the same time, and let's try to get rid of the half floor. And they have finally succeeded at getting rid of the half floor while requiring us to all be in the office at the same time more frequently. So I got to say that is a bang-up job from our senior management team right there.
But
Kudos to you for figuring out how to make life more uncomfortable when coming into the office. You should, take a bow, please. But otherwise, they're good people. They're good. I don't,
did they just say half a floor, or are you allowed to have part of the wall?
Someone
or the
else has the
ceiling,
other
or-
half. No, it's
Who has the ceiling?
Does
ceiling come with the floor? Is it BOGO?
we have the desks that are on the floor, and someone else has the desks that are on the ceiling, and they all just have to climb up there and strap in. No, it's come on.
I mean, if you hang crap from the ceiling, it's like, oh, no, you just want the floor. I'm hanging stuff from the ceiling. Sorry. I'm keeping that plant there. I hope someone down there will water it for me because I'm not allowed up here anymore.
Mind you, a few months ago, someone said, "Could we get a ping pong table for when we're in the office?" And our and our kind of head manager of our department said, "I think we could make that happen." And she got in a ping pong table on the 6th floor. Now, which is where the half floor is that we're getting rid of. So now we have to get rid of the brand new ping pong table. Been there for a few months. It's being raffled off now because we don't have
Does it
room.
go to the Gators household?
Hell no.
But you can put it in your basement. You play ping pong. Why you work on the
I have no room in my basement for a ping pong table.
What about your bedroom?
No.
See, what they should Gators, this is what they should have done. They should have got one of those ping pong nets, the nets that clip on, and they could have used the conference table as a ping pong table. I used to have one of those as a kid. It was a rope net thingy that you stick on top of your dining room table, and you have the ping pong ball and the ping pong paddle, so you could play that way. That's what they should have done.
Why did I bring up so we're doing the walkthrough to figure out all the things that we got to get rid of on the 6th floor to be ready to be out of the 6th floor. And while we're walking through, the guy that's kind of in charge of the department that's responsible for this whole thing, he starts cursing at some point, and he's like, then he's like, hey, I hope I'm not offending anyone. And he turns to me, he's like, you're not offended, are you? Are you? And I said, abso-fucking-lutely not. And and then he realized, wait a minute, there's still people that work on this floor in earshot. I'm like, well, I think I was louder than you. So that was, but no one complained. So,
Okay. So what do they do with all those extra people? They just squeeze them into the one floor that we're on the half
we've
floor?
added more desks to the 7th floor.
Oh, that's just so basically you squeeze them in.
I mean, there was a room that used to be the training room. Well, now we got 6 cubes set up in there. There was another room we had for storage. We threw 6 cubes in there. We
Gators.
threw 4 cubes in another storage room.
Gators.
We've crammed them in wherever we
I
can.
have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
What did you do with all the stuff that was in storage? Did you find another storage area to store the storage that could have just stayed in the storage rooms?
Oh, some of that stuff's well, that stuff's gone onto the 6th floor to arrange for some sort of a disposal pickup.
Oh, is there anything good in it, or did you go through it and see if there's anything cool?
Well, we are getting rid of about 150 Microsoft Surface 2 laptops, but I am trying desperately.
Oh, are you upgrading it? Gators, did you see the new thing that the Surface is bringing out? Are you doing it for the movie? Did you hear? Did you hear?
What
They
now?
have the Surface laptop Smurfy edition. They have a Smurf blue one. Are you gonna hand those out to the workers?
No, but they have something even better. They have
What?
they have a Surface laptop that uses a processor that's not compatible with antivirus software.
Oh,
so
ARM.
another
It's an
another
ARM processor, yeah.
another bang up job from Microsoft.
Well, no, they do that for battery life. You could also buy the ones that aren't ARM based. You can't do it. Yeah.
Yes, you can, but
You should also
they're-
get the Smurf
They're
edition.
pushing the ARM based ones really hard.
That's because no one's buying them.
Bang up job, Microsoft.
Yes, no one's buying them.
Here's
That's
our
why
new
they're pushing
laptops
us how
with a
they are.
completely different processor that might have compatibility issues with half your software
Yeah.
because we have not prepared the stage for this properly.
Yep.
You're welcome.
But it will run. It will run Linux excellent.
Oh, I'm
Enjoy
sure it
Linux.
will.
Yeah.
That
enjoy
does me
Linux
no
on it.
good, but I'm sure it will.
Yeah. Oh, you should take one home and play with it. Well, I don't. Did you?
Oh
buy
no,
them?
they want them back. They gave us some loaners. Our security
Oh.
team said, "What? You can't install our antivirus on it? Fuck that." And
Here you go. And then Microsoft said, "Oh,
And then-
yeah, you can't."
And then the salespeople said, "Oh, but if you ask them, they have a pilot version of the antivirus software that will work with it. So you should be able to." It's like, oh, yeah, that's what we want. We want to be using the test version of our antivirus. That is, yeah.
Well, you know. Just run Microsoft Defender. It's fine.
Anyways, yeah.
Fine.
So
No one will ever
it's
know.
fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
It's yeah.
I mean, as long as it's not McAfee, it's fine.
Well, still, no one can answer the question. How in the fuck do you think we're going to remotely wipe 150 laptops? Because at some point, the whole reason this topic came up is because of insurance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you upgrading your car insurance warranty finally, or?
No. Someone, there's some kind of insurance policy to offer protection in the event that, like, we get hacked or compromised or something like that.
Oh yeah. I think that's standard enterprise stuff. Yeah.
But the wording and verbiage in it is written so that basically, if it's your own damn fault, you don't get paid. So they're basically going through all the things in this policy and basically making it into a to-do list of things we need to do, so that in the event that we do all the things that are required in this policy and we still get hacked, they can't say, well, you don't get anything for this because you didn't do this. And one of the things is, if your laptops get compromised, do you have the ability to remotely re-image them to bring them back online to be able to keep your business going? And
No.
the answer to that is no, abso-fucking-lutely not. If that happened, what we would have to do is we'd have to prioritize who needs laptops the quickest, and start overnighting laptops to the most important people first. Get them to send their laptops back and wipe and reimage and overnight, and basically just work our way through over the next days, working really long days until we get everyone on a new laptop. If there was some, and this is again the awful worst case scenario, catastrophic thing that you hope will never happen, but you still have to have a plan.
That remotely wipes. So that's my question.
So we got well, remote wipe is one thing, but remote image and ready to go is another. But there is a product that lets you remotely push out an image. Of course, the thing is that doesn't let me remotely join them to our domain, because you don't want to open up that. Nowadays, with cloud-based services and things like that, you could enable an option for a machine to check in remotely and remotely join your domain. Of course, you'd have to build a script for that to do that post-deployment of the new image. But here's the thing. Even if I set up an image to be, which I do have set up, that could be pushed out remotely, it's pushed out remotely to computers that are online and connected. If we have some massive event that wipes out 150 machines with some kind of crypto virus or something that they're compromised, we're not going to say, yeah, just put them on and get them on the internet just long enough for us to push the new image out for it to download and reboot itself. Hell no.
Yeah, it worked fine.
So I'm like, how are we realistically pushing this out? And the best someone could say is, well, we could do USB booting, right? So now we're overnighting 150 USB keys to everyone. And then that only gets the image on there. We got to walk through 150 machines. So like, practically, how does this all work? And that is beyond my team and my department. So, and no...
You don't have to deal with it.
Well, I kind of do, because the answer has been, imaging is the service desk's responsibility. It's like, okay, but coming up with a plan to coordinate everything that's involved with doing it remotely is more than just me. I fix computers. You know, come on. I have no control over what joins our domain. I have no control over, like, security policies. I don't write procedures. That takes other team members to coordinate with me. And I'm not driving this project. I'm just waiting for someone else to. I know all the things that are wrong and all the things that need to change. I don't know what they need to change to, but I'm also not the one who's responsible for making sure that these conversations happen. So I could drop hints here and there. But ultimately, I'm waiting for someone else to finally, like... Anyways, Mars is eating Dots Pretzels Parmesan cheese.
And I can't spell Parmesan, sorry.
That's okay. Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, I just can't spell it. I was going to ask my Echo, but you were talking.
No.
I was trying to be quiet. But yeah, yeah. No, I understand. I understand it's annoying. And the only thing I could think of doing is, either key, USB key, or image on a secondary hidden partition that, like, when Dell does their crap, they have stuff like that. But
that's
otherwise,
the thing. Recovery partitions aren't much of a thing anymore, are they?
No, because I've worked on someone's laptop in the last 2 months, and they have a recovery partition. It's a new laptop. They'll still do it. Dell does it every single time. HP does it.
See, but I don't know how I could build in a recovery partition.
That's a good question. I don't know how to do it.
Because to me, it'd be like if there were a way we could build in a recovery partition, but then that also assumes that that's not compromised and that we can kick off the recovery partition recovery process, and who knows what infects what or what.
You want a clean source. I understand that too. You want a clean source.
But if it were possible, that would at least give us a way to bring the computer back to a fresh start and on the internet. And if it was a recovery partition that we could build in the client for our PDQ Smart Deploy app, then once we bring them back online, we could push out apps to them remotely.
PDQ?
We got PDQ.
Oh, I thought this was PBQ.
PDQ, pretty darn quick.
Okay.
So, Or heck, I'm actually at the point where I'm trying to figure out how to make Intune required deployments so that apps will automatically come down if they're not already there. But so far, my first test run of that has not worked. So that means I got to figure out.
I think you can do that. I haven't messed with Intune that much, but I think you can.
You can. I built a deployment for our VPN client to require it on machines and set up a test group and put a test machine in the test group, and it still hasn't gotten the VPN client. So now I got to figure out which service security disabled that is required for this to work. That's my theory, anyways. But Warhawk is playing the Pretzel promo. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. I thought let's first revisit AI audio, because I think I did something cool, and I just want to share it. And we're not going to spend a half hour going over this. It's just a quick little.
Well, I'm not interrupting, so.
Well, you can, because I don't know if you're familiar or heard of this. Have you heard of a band called the Ferris Wheel?
It sounds familiar, actually.
Well, they were British. I don't think they ever had a big hit, so it's kind of more of these obscure '60s British groups. But I think their most well-known single, which was not a big hit, was "Can't Break the Habit," which, of course, the original single was in mono and sounds like this.
Yep, definitely British. I've heard this.
And they did put a stereo version on the album, but the stereo version I've always found to be awful as far as mixes go. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. So I got the
karaoke version.
Organ way over there.
Yeah.
Backing track way over there on the left side. Vocals in the middle.
It's a karaoke version. You basically put the left in the center, and there you go, karaoke.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I just call them karaoke versions because you can do that, you know.
Well, there's a few overdub parts that they did move it to the right later on. Like there's a tambourine and a flute, I think, that they put over there.
No, I hate when they do that. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
I just hate when they do it.
So now you know what parts are overdubbed later. So I ran that through AI, and I came up with this.
What? Way better. I approve.
Yeah, and
I approve. That's how it should be, honestly, Gators. That's way better. Send that to the Ferris wheel and say, fix this. Here.
Here, I
fixed it for you. Give me $100. I'll take it.
Because we got the guitar over here. Organ.
Yeah.
I even separated the drum parts out.
Yeah, did you make this quad or is it stereo?
Right now it's stereo, but I could make it quad.
What you do? You add everything, and then you have the organ. You do Atmos, and you have the organ above you.
I could if I figured out how to encode that.
Wow, that's so much better. I approve.
Got the guitar solo pad a bit more right, flute a little more left.
And Twitch will have no idea what song this is, so they will not flag you on it. They might.
They might. I mean, it's been digitally released. It's in the databases. But anyways,
it doesn't sound that good if it's the stereo version you played earlier.
Yeah.
The stereo version sucks ass. I hate when people do that.
Yeah, well, that was just what the technology of the time. It was recorded.
Yeah. No, I understand, but
it was recorded to be a single. They got a deal for an album, and they basically had a tape with backing track, vocal, flute, guitar solo. That's all they had. It was probably recorded 4-track, and so most of the backing track was already bounced down to mono. That's really all they could do with it. They really should have just kept the mono mix on the album. But
Honestly, I agree.
but if you sell a stereo album that you're charging an extra $1 for, and the single is in mono, people are probably going to get pissed off and feel ripped off. So you have to. Anyways.
Well, what if one side was mono and the other side was stereo on the record? I don't know if they do that, but they should.
Anyways, so today's topic is something I found interesting.
Ooh.
I've been holding off on telling this story because it's kind of embarrassing. I was a bit of a dumbass a few weeks ago.
What?
So at least Brian's not here to call me a dumbass, but Dune is. So
You're a dumbass.
Dude, that's in stereo.
yeah, that is in stereo. And so I was driving home from Lavalette 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I'm driving down the road, and I think I am always forgetting shit. And so then I'm always questioning, did I forget that or did I remember that? And so when I was packing to leave the beach house 2 weeks ago, I had a cooler and I had a bag of groceries, and I put them on the kitchen table so that they'd be in sight, and I'd remember to take them out to the car because the cooler had perishable stuff in it in an ice pack, and so I didn't want to pack it in the hot car until I was ready to start up and roll on that down the road to minimize the time that it would be exposed to a more heat environment. And of course, dumbass me, I did remember to put this stuff in the car, but I'm driving down the road and I'm thinking to myself, I don't think I put them in the car. I don't remember putting them in the car. I remember seeing them on the table. Do I remember actually picking up putting them in the car? I don't remember picking up putting them in the car. I don't think I put them up and put them in the car. Let me make a left turn here and I'll go back for them. Now let me tell you something about the town of Lavalette. Town of Lavalette has 2 one-way roads that are 2-lane that have a block of houses in between each. So if you're going south, you're on one way 2-lane road. So what I was going to do is make a left turn on one of the residential roads, cut over to the other northbound one-way road, because I was going south that day because the south bridge had lighter traffic than the north bridge. So I was going to head south, take 37
I mean, honestly, why would you
over.
take a north bridge if you're going south?
Well, home is north. I was driving from...
Then you're driving north. Then you should be driving north, not south.
But the bridge that was south of me had lighter traffic. So you go south, take 37 over into Toms River, pick up the parkway there, and then head north, rather than drive north into Point Pleasant, sit in traffic for multiple light cycles, and then take the bridge
Which
there
one
to
took
get...
longer, do you think?
Even Google Maps is telling me, go south, Gators, go south.
Okay. I trust Google Maps or Waze. Actually, I like Waze a
So-
little better, but yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I think I left the stuff behind. I better go back and check and get it. Let me make the left turn here. So I put my signal on. I slow down. Everything looks clear. I make the turn. And just as I'm finishing the turn, bam! My car is facing the opposite direction.
Oh, did someone hit you?
I completely forgot I was in the right lane of a 2-lane one-way road.
Oh, you got smacked. Ooh, that's harsh, boy. That's harsh. Are you okay?
Everyone was okay. The cars are okay. I drove the car home. He slammed the
Were
brakes.
the groceries in the cooler okay?
They were in the back of the car right where they belonged.
Yeah, and honestly, as for something like that, you don't need to go all the way back. Just stop at a gas station, look and go. Honestly, that's what you just need.
Right.
But still, if you're close enough, you might as well just go back. But yeah.
and I thought to myself, how in the hell could I have not realized I was in the right lane when I made that turn? How did I miss that? The thing is that spatially it looks just like being in a 2-direction road making a left turn across a cleared oncoming lane.
Yeah.
So in my distracted state, I just completely was on autopilot as far as spatial orientation. But we both drove away.
That's good.
Yeah, he hit back bumper. So I had almost cleared him when he tapped the back bumper.
So the bumper did its job.
Yeah,
by
well,
bumping.
you know what else did its job? The cheap plastic screws are designed to break away to protect the part from breaking. So I just had to buy some new screws, pull the bumper back into place, and
that's better than one of my Lyft drivers. When I was driving back from Sacramento with a Lyft driver, and all of a sudden you hear this boom, and she stops. She goes, "Oh my God, what's going on?" So she stops on the side of the road. I'm like, "Yeah, go check it out." You know, so she goes out there. She goes, "Half my bumper fell off," and I'm like, "Oh." Oh, and she has, after she drops me off, she has to go to the airport to pick up her husband. And I'm like, well, I don't really have anything to fix that. I mean, I have zip ties, but they're way too small for your bumper. She goes, oh, because, I mean, honestly, who doesn't have zip ties with them at all times, right? I mean, it's just what you do.
right.
And so she kind of finagles it so it sits up, and she drives to a 7-Eleven, grabs a thing of duct tapes the crap on it as much as she could. Literally, it was half a roll of duct tape on it, and then she goes, "Okay, I dropped you off, and I'm seeing you later." And I'm like, "Good luck with your,"
But yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, where was I? Yeah.
Oh,
so,
someone tapped your bumper, and you have screws that break when they hit.
Right. But the problem is that this was enough of an accident that involved two people that he called the police. They came and took a report, got everything down. They gave me a yellow card with the report number on it, and they said, "You're free to go." And I'm like, wow, do I ask the nice lady if I get a ticket or not? And I'm like, I should go. She told me I could go. I should go. So, we exchanged our information. I got my report. The police took their report, and I go on my way. And I'm like, but of course the thing is, I'm like, they're probably going to mail me a ticket. I mean, because I just told them straight out what happened. I ain't going to deny it,
Yeah, what, did they mail you a ticket though for something?
Well, they did, but notice the show topic this week is the lawyers are the first to know. How did I find out I had gotten a ticket? When I received three letters from 3 different local lawyers in the area offering to defend me in my case, referencing the ticket number that no one had told me was coming to me and I hadn't received yet.
So, do you just ignore them until you receive the ticket?
If you want to get a bench warrant, I mean, I'm not the type of guy to let that thing slide like, oh, if I don't know, I'll play ignorant. No, I'm going to follow up on this
Well, that's what I do. I'm like,
shit.
they just sent me a thingy. How am I supposed to know these people are real?
I figured, that's the thing. First, it's like, is this just an ad? But they reference ticket numbers that seem to be not made up.
Can you Google the ticket number and see what's going on? Can you look at something online?
Well, the thing is, I had the yellow card with the police station's phone number and the report number. So I called the phone number and I said, I'm receiving letters from lawyers referencing a ticket. I haven't received a ticket. I'm calling to find out what I need to know.
Yeah, well, you did the right thing. I would have tried to do the same thing.
But the
or
guy
I
on
would
the
have ignored
phone,
it with it too.
and the guy on the phone's like, well, did you try calling upstairs to the court department? And I'm like,
I don't know. Can you give me the phone number for upstairs, please?
I'm like,
Thank
is that
you.
where I need to call? This is the only phone number I have. This was the phone. And he's like, oh, those ads get, just because they know that there's a crash doesn't mean that they know there was a ticket. And I'm like, but they reference a ticket number. And he goes, oh, well, that sounds, you might want to try the court upstairs. Let me give you that number. And so I gave him that number, and she took my information. She looked it up, and she told me, you got a ticket. It was mailed out. It confirmed it was the right address, and said, well, I can email you a copy of it tomorrow. There's no court appearance required. You could just pay.
It's like, good, because I don't want to go all the way over there again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I go there,
I'm
it's
sorry.
just-
I'm sorry. It's too far. Can we do this on Zoom or something? Is that how that goes? Or
What's the courtroom's policy on showing up in a Mr. Bean shirt?
you know what? You know what? I would do that anyway. You can wear a tie with it. It's fine. I'm sure it's okay.
Yeah, I'd be. What would I be doing?
You would be in contempt because you're not talking yet.
I'd be. I would be. Oh, fuck's sakes.
I don't know. I haven't listened to the lawyer guy that you watched recently, so I don't know. The Gecko lawyer, whatever.
No, I would. What would I do? I would curse. Oh, why the fuck are you doing that? Just share the fucking window.
Share the window.
I'd be showing up to court like this, going, "Can we move this along? I'd like to get back onto the beach." It's what I'd be doing.
Yeah. Wait, would you definitely flip flops? Gotta have that has to happen.
I've been going with Crocs lately.
Crocs are pretty good. I have some
Yeah,
neon purple
yeah,
ones. It's
yeah.
fine.
I got blue ones.
Oh well, I got the wrong. I ordered black. They sent me neon purple. So
I'd
for
like-
the last 4 years, I've been wearing neon purple.
I'd like to point out there are no fingers displayed at all in this picture, so I don't know what the hell Dune is talking about. Now, Dune, on the other hand, sent me an animated GIF that's all filled with fingers.
Oh.
I said,
wait, are the big foam fingers that you have at like baseball games and stuff?
no. It's from the Mr. Bean movie where he's in the convertible
That's such a good
giving
movie.
everyone the finger because he
Yeah.
thinks that's a greeting
Yeah,
because he
such a good movie.
misunderstands. Yeah.
Well, it's better than that than Beverly Hillbillies movie when the guy pulls his gun out on the guy
Yeah.
on the Highway 5, and they're like, "Oh, that's how you greet people." So they pull out the big shotgun, and say, "Hey," and the person just
Hey.
runs off.
Let's give him a California howdy. But this was the picture I sent to Dude yesterday to let him know that I was not going to be able to do the Dude and Johnny show.
I
'Cause
don't
it
know why
was
there was no show last
beautiful
night. I was
beach
like, oh.
day. I was not making an early start to get home in time. I was going to chill on the beach, have a nice swim, get a little lunch, get on the road, get home for dinner is what I did.
Did you make it home for dinner?
I did make it home for dinner. I picked up some Wendy's.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Spicy nuggets.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay. You know, Jack in the Box now they have the build your own pat. You can have as many patties on your burger now if you want.
Oh.
I
Well,
know.
It's funny. I go around to the drive-through. This is great because the Wendy's now has the AI drive-throughs, where the AI takes your order. But the people inside the Wendy's still have the headsets on, so they're still listening to people talk.
Oh,
to
they
the
listen.
AI.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure they love. I'm sure they love people yelling at them now.
And sometimes they chime in to help, and sometimes they don't. But like one time I go up there, the menu board says on the menu board that they now offer Frosties with like mix-ins, so you could get like a caramel swirl in your Frosty.
No messes my Frosty. No.
I like caramel.
No.
I like
No.
caramel.
French fries in the Frosty. That's fine. Anything
No.
else in the Frosty? No.
I get the caramel in the Frosty. I get the caramel swirl. So I order the Frosty caramel with the Frosty with the caramel swirl, and the AI tells me, "I'm sorry, that promotion is only available through app orders."
Did you order right there and said, "Okay, I'll be there in 2 seconds. I'm right
And
here."
I'm like, it's on the fucking menu board. I'm reading, but I don't say that because I don't argue with the computer. I argue with people. So I do sometimes argue with the computer, but I'm not going to argue with this computer out here in a parking lot. I'm not good. So I'm just like, fine, whatever, finish my order, drive around to the window. And the guy, as he gives me the order, I say, "Excuse me, sir, on the menu board back there, I see that you have the caramel swirl Frosty, but your speakers tells me that that's only," and he goes, "Oh, God, I wish they would change that. I'll hook you up. No problem."
All right, he hooked you up.
Yeah.
Did you give him a tip?
I paid for my food.
That works.
Yeah.
Cause yeah.
So anyways, yesterday I go to get my order, and I order my spicy chicken sandwich and everything, and I ask for an unsweetened iced tea as my beverage, and they go, "We're sorry, that item has been discontinued." So
What iced tea?
Yeah.
How's iced tea discontinued?
So I'm like,
what-
fine.
What?
So I'm like, fine, give me a lemonade. Would you like anything else? No, that should do it.
Can I have some iced tea in my lemonade, please?
And-
Thank you.
And then a voice comes through the speaker going, "Sir, actually, we do have the unsweetened iced tea. Would you like me to change your order from the lemonade to the unsweetened iced tea?" "Oh, yes, please."
I mean, who doesn't have
why
iced tea?
Why does this
honestly.
AI think that iced tea is discontinued when they have a pitcher of iced tea in there that they're ready to pour?
Oh yeah. Warhawk says they replaced the iced tea with Jack Daniels.
I wish I would order that.
I guess somebody else is driving home, but
Please, sir, give me a sippy cup of Jack Daniels for me to put in my car's cup holder. Thank you.
thank you.
Man. But yeah. So anyways, that was my.
Now I wonder how long until the AI boards at Wendy's and places like that start hallucinating.
I don't know. That's a good question. But anyways, yesterday I come home and Kristen goes, well, the ticket it has been mailed, but they sent it registered mail requiring your signature, and the mailman didn't even ring the bell and just left the slip. And I'm like, ugh.
I've had that happen.
I'm like, okay, but and I got to go in the office today and tomorrow. So I'm like, I can't pick this up till Wednesday. And she goes, well, you just sign here. I'll go pick. So she picked it up for me today. So that was nice.
That's good.
That was nice. I have until the 12th to get this paid, and I think I can pay it online. So I should be all set. Because I don't see the point in. I never understood the concept of going in to plead not guilty to something that you're obviously guilty of.
Gators, I did that, and they took. I did that, and they tore up the slip.
I think you could show up, and if you show up, they might let you plead guilty to a lesser offense.
Gators, I'm pretty sure I told the story,
Mm-hmm.
but I jaywalked across I used to live on another street, and it was actually safer crossing across this little street than another one. Because you
Okay.
could look, and the crosswalk, I've actually almost hit a couple times. The little street that goes into the crosswalk is a lot safer. So I crossed there, where I used to cross there. So I was crossing it, and the cop goes, you can't do that. And I saw him on the other side, so I go ahead and do it anyway.
Did you have your cane with you?
Yes, I did.
And he still did.
But he didn't see me. I didn't have it out at the time, because I was
Oh.
able to see well enough that I didn't need it, So because otherwise, why the hell? I'm not going to cross that street without a cane right now. But yeah, I just crossed across. That's not a problem. So and he looks at me, and goes, "Sir," I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You jaywalked, so he wrote me a ticket." So I went into the courthouse, which is at the end of my street where I used to live. Went to the courthouse, super easy to get to, and I brought my cane. And I stand in line, and I get up to the lady. I go, "Yeah, I'm here to pay my jaywalking ticket." And she looks at me. She looks down. She looks at me. She tears it up and say, "Don't worry about it." That is how that works.
That is nice. Now, Dune's saying it's most likely a division. Check and see. It's not a bad deal. Well, the thing is, if I want to check and see if I can get a deal, I have to check the not guilty plea option and then show up to traffic court in Lavallette, New Jersey, at a date and time of their choosing. I'm the fine's under $100, and maybe I'm just going to pay it and go on with my life.
Yeah, honestly, I'd do the same thing.
It'll
It just
fall
isn't
off my
worth it.
record in a number of years.
Yeah. Well, you
I
hope.
mean, yeah, it's really, and I don't.
Wait. Someone ran into you though, right?
Well, they ran into me, but that's because I made a illegal turn in front of them.
Oh.
Remember the whole story? I
Yeah.
made a left turn from the right lane of a 2-lane one-way road. I'm clearly at fault.
So the other person didn't get anything, right?
Well, he got my information, although a claim hasn't come through on my insurance.
He's
yet,
probably just
but-
like, it's not worth it. I guarantee they're like, yeah, it's a ding on my.
I don't know.
rubber,
I
it's
think
not worth
it's. I think he's gonna do the claim. He
Is he?
I.
Well, for his insurance, maybe, but maybe.
Why wouldn't he? I was at fault. My insurance should pay
Yeah, but
to
sometimes
fix the
people
damage
either
on his.
without insurance or with RE high insurance, they're like, yeah, I'm just not going to claim this.
But he wouldn't be claiming through his. He'd be claiming through mine.
Did he look at it? Did you look at his car to see if it already had dents in it?
It was a pickup truck, and it was obvious what damage was done from the collision.
Okay.
But also the thing is I think it was a business-owned vehicle that the owner of the
Oh,
business.
so you're not going to get an individual. You get something from the business probably if you do something.
The business is going to go through and file the claim.
Uh-huh.
But the other thing that was really awkward is that
And they have to do that for their insurance no matter what, so that makes sense.
the other thing that's awkward is that Massachusetts does not have, period, the insurance cards. You don't carry an insurance card on your car in Massachusetts. In fact, the only way I could get an insurance card is if I were going to travel to Canada, because Canada requires having an insurance card no matter where you're from. And so if you're going to travel to Canada, you have to call your insurance company before the trip so they can print a special insurance card for a period of time for use in Canada.
What?
But not all the police in other states know about this, even though Massachusetts doesn't require insurance cards, and therefore you're not required to have one when you're driving out of state.
I mean, could you just get one?
so-
So, yeah, I'm driving out of state. I want to be safe.
So the only thing I can hand the officer was my license and my
Registration.
and my registration. I
Yeah.
didn't have my insurance card. And she asked about she starts to ask a question. I go, I know what you're going to ask. Massachusetts doesn't have insurance cards. And she's like, really? I did not know that. I'm like, yeah, you have to have insurance to have registration. So registration is considered the proof of the insurance. And she took my word for that. And that was that. And I thought to myself, I guess the dude that tells you, yep, I did it. I made the illegal turn right there. Dumbass me. I guess you got to believe anything that comes out of that dude's mouth if you're the officer on site
Well,
there.
she probably looked at your stuff after the fact and said, yeah, like, that's really
I was
pretty
like, she should
driver.
probably call to verify that.
Now, wait. Were you wearing your Mr. Bean shirt at the time?
No, I was not.
See, that would have been a plus, too. She would have said, yep,
I-
I approve. Here's
I was
some money,
I,
too.
I was probably wearing this shirt or
Oh.
something. I was probably wearing one of my Stereo Lab shirts.
Maybe she knew who Stereo Lab was and give you a pass.
Dune writes in, call one of the lawyers. It's a diversion thing. It's like a bribe. It's fun. The lawyer's probably going to cost more than the ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, just...
The ticket's under $100. I'm paying it. I'm going on with life.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. Well, I agree with dude. Shit happens. I don't curse
You
very
know,
often, but yeah.
one thing I
he's
got to
exactly
say,
right.
I'm beating myself up over this. Everyone
Oh,
else is so
Haters, it
nice.
happens.
The guy that hit me, he was all, I mean, I was
was he
worried.
old?
Well, he's older than me, but not by much.
Or-
I don't know. So, but the guy that hit me, like, he looked upset, like, what the hell, man, when I saw his facial expression. But as soon as I got out of the car, it was very, well, the first thing out of my mouth was, I am sorry. I am such an idiot. He's like, it's okay. It happens. Everyone's was so nice about it.
At least said none didn't hit you, and she did start hitting you with the Bible. So
Now Dune pointing out that, possibly I could get plead down to something that would not be reported point wise, things like that. Yes, that impacts my insurance for a number of years, but lawyers aren't cheap. I just, and I don't even know if there's any guarantee that they would offer me something like that. I don't know what the norm is at the traffic court.
they might just say it's your fault and get on. I don't know.
And lawyer, that's the thing. I mean, it's right there in black and white. I admit it to it. So I feel like a dumbass showing up going like, yeah, I did it. Could you cut me a deal? But that's why I would talk to a lawyer if I was going to try to do something and see what they said about it. But that's not cheap. It's under $100.
I don't know what
I did
you
it.
can do about it though, Gators. You're the one that turned. They hit you. I mean, it's not like it's not like there's something to argue about. That's the problem.
No, there's nothing to argue. I did it. I turned.
Yeah.
I got in the way. Basically, it would just be, you show up with a not guilty plea. If you plead guilty to this lesser thing, then we'll give you this deal, which is usually a non-point deal that still has a fine. I mean, that's what happened when I started. Oh, what the fuck?
What happened?
My camera is crashing the computer.
Oh, hi, Logitech camera. Nice to see you.
I don't understand what the fuck happened that made. Oh, great. So it's crashed the app. It's completely crashed the app.
No.
All right. So we got to. I basically had to force
Control
OBS.
Shift Escape and go find the thingies and click the little delete button and start
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah, I basically got to
Yeah.
force close OBS Studio because OBS Studio won't even respond. And now it's like, oh, we didn't shut down properly. No shit. Fuck you. Didn't shut down properly. Whose fault is that?
Oh, Cam's Bard, yes. Thanks, Warhawk.
Anyways, look it. I'll just pay it. I'll just deal with it.
Honestly,
A few years it falls off my record, and I go on with life. You know.
yeah.
Dune writes in, phone call is free. It's a normal thing. It's not fighting. It's a bribe for both the lawyer and the city. If your insurance is not a concern, then pay it. It is the easy way. Yeah, I'm really. I expect that there will. I think the way there's like surcharges that are added to your insurance for points violations. So I'll probably have to pay a fee on my insurance for the
Can
next
you do like a
few years.
driver school thingy and get your points taken off? I know they used to do that here in California.
I've not seen an offer for that. Also, I don't know how this. I don't know if the fact that it's an out-of-state ticket, if that complicates
Oh,
things. Or not.
that's another thing, huh?
That's the thing is, you see, and I don't even know what the communication is between the states, or so I'm just gonna pay it, see what happens,
Yeah.
and if I get a fee on my insurance for the next what is it, 5 years for something to fall off of your
Probably 5, I don't know.
yeah, probably, and the years just fly by at this point. It's like
Yeah, when you get old, yours fly by. It's fine.
Yeah, I whatever. I did it. I'm paying it. I'm not showing up for a court
I mean, as
date.
long as everybody's okay,
Blah, blah.
honestly, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Did your Raspberry Pi survive it? That's the question.
It did. It did.
Oh, good.
And I was not fiddling with it at the time of the accident. I was distracted by, is that on the kitchen table or is it in my car? I was listening to a podcast at the time, actually.
Well, I say if all else fails, you leave it on the counter, you get back and get home and say it's not there. I guess it's gonna stink next time I come visit. And, it's fine.
then I get back on the road and I'm driving towards the bridge and I notice the car in front of me is like an SUV with a lift gate in the back.
Oh yeah.
And the lift gate is up. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Does this guy know he's driving with the lift gate up? This guy's got to know. Like, is this stuff tied down? Is there something that's hanging out? Or is this an accident? So, of course, I'm coasting down a little bit, putting some distance between me and this car.
Do the standard LA.
Eyes
give you some distance.
fixated on these objects, waiting for something to bump out of the car that I'm going to need to dodge or brake.
Can you go around them at this
Giving
point?
myself plenty of braking room. Well, it was kind of busy, and I'm approaching the bridge, and bridge traffic it's a 3-lane one-way bridge. There's two one-lane
Weird.
bridges next to one
Three-way,
another.
one-way?
3-lane one-way.
That's
Well,
weird.
at some point they expanded by building a second bridge next to the old bridge, and so they basically turned into two one-way bridges, each with 3 lanes.
Why didn't they just expand the bridge instead of making it a whole new bridge?
Because it was easier to just build a new
Is
bridge.
it easier?
I guess so.
You would think it'd be more expensive, right?
To widen a bridge.
No, to make a whole new bridge.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, the other thing is the new bridge goes up higher than the old bridge, and the old bridge is a drawbridge. And but I don't know. I
I'm
don't.
with the drawbridge. Those are cool.
You'd have to go onto the island to go through the drawbridge. Going off the island, you go up the higher bridge. So just as we're getting on the bridge, and mind you, it's a bridge, so there's no shoulder. It was at this moment that the guy realized, oh shit, my lift gate is up, and so he put on his flashers and crawled to a stop in the middle of traffic, got out of his car to close the lift gate. And of course it's traffic's picking up, and everyone behind me starts getting around me before I have a chance to get over to try to get around him. And I'm being overly cautious at this point because I just got in a crash. So I basically had to come to a stop and watch this guy get out of the car, walk around, close his lift gate, get back in his car and drive off before I could. I mean, the dude kind of gave me an apologetic wave. And I'm like, just,
Yeah, you're the only one that affected. Everybody else around that was going around, and then you're like, okay, well, we'll deal with this.
yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah. So,
Well, you
but for
survived.
me,
Your car survived. It still goes.
yeah. But for me, the thing that kind of irked me was that the lawyers found out I had a ticket before I had a ticket. I learned of the ticket from lawyers like, "Hey, you want any help with that ticket?
Yeah.
We want your money. I like money."
Yeah. When I was going home with my mom at the time back to my old apartments, and we over on 880 we got hit. Someone went from the exit all the way to the fast lane and was not looking because they were on their phone, and they basically hit my mom as my mom was turning. We did a 360, hit the side of in the middle of 880, hit the side of the divider, and was facing traffic. And that number one, pretty freaking scary.
Yeah.
Number one, freaking
Yeah.
scary as crap.
That
And
would
so
be.
we're like, and so I'm fine. I get out. I know how to ride, and I've been riding buses like forever. You know, I'm used to standing up and holding. I'm fine. No problem. You know, you can handle the whatever.
Right.
My mom had some back problems after that, but she was fine. We got out, but then like a couple months later, I get calls from her insurance. Are you okay? Do you need money? And I go, wait, you're asking me if I need money? Of course I need money, but
Everyone needs money.
everybody needs money. She's kind of laughed. She goes, that's not exactly what I meant, but I'm like, that's what you just said. And she goes, okay, so what injuries did you have? Oh. Okay. Basically, they tried to give us. They didn't give me any money. I didn't care. You know, I was fine. I don't care. You know, it's fine. And it would not show up on. My mom had full coverage on everything. So, but I don't think she even got money. And I'm like, dude, that's kind of you're. I'm like, Mom, your insurance kind of BS. They didn't give you money for this. She goes, did they offer you money? I'm like, if they offer me money, you don't think I would have taken you out to dinner or something? Come on.
Exactly.
It's like two. I'm taking the Black Bear. We'll get everything you want. Come on, let's go.
Chicken fried steak.
I like the slow cooked pot roast.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Yeah.
And the burgers are pretty good. Burger baskets. But yeah, so insurance is kind of BS sometimes. It's kind of not.
Yeah.
And I got calls from lawyers too.
Yeah.
They're like, well, you know, we need to. I'm like, don't call me. I don't know jack crap about driving. I'm blind as a bat. I can't. I don't drive. If I did drive, then you definitely could do what you need to. And they're like, who do I need to call? The person that actually owns the lines. So thank you.
Well, the other weird thing is today I get another envelope in the mail from Lavalette. It's a photocopy of my ticket. So
Nice.
they mailed me the original ticket, registered mail, signature required, and then they mailed me a copy of the ticket in a separate envelope.
Okay.
And then I got the email when I called asking about it, but they all got here slower than the lawyers. The lawyers, they were on top of it. Get those mailers out.
They
want some clients.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I do have a week to decide because I could pay it online if I'm going to pay it. So I have until the 12th to. I guess technically I have until after the 12th because I'm out of their jurisdiction. So if I'm late paying it, as long as I pay it before I drive to Jersey, but no, I'll pay it before the 12th, or I'll respond to it before the 12th.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm probably just gonna pay it. It's the easy way to just I did it. Here you go.
Gators. Did you work? Did you get your $2,000 device for $200 yet?
We all know that's not happening.
I gotta ask.
I was not. Brian really came down hard at me at my little theory.
Why?
Exactly.
I would have said,
I wasn't going to follow through on that. I knew I'd be laughed out of the courtroom if I tried to argue.
The thing is, it's like, okay, yeah, I know. And honestly, we all know the truth. If that would have happened to me, or if that would have happened to you, hey, I'm selling this $2,000 device, I messed up, I'm going to at least try to recoup something. And I'd sit there and send a message. I know, annoying as crap. I completely annoying as crap, but we all know we would have tried to do the same thing. If possible. But send a nice message with it.
I don't know.
Oh.
Let's see. Dune writes in, I tired. That are happy being somewhat less boomy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I tried. They're
I'll
happy
talk,
being.
I'll talk back here and not be as boomy. How's that? I can do this. I can
Oh
do
wait,
that.
he was talking about. I think he's talking about his guns, or no, his cases.
They were suppressed. I feel bad for him. You should open them up.
Life is good. Poor suppressed cases. You should open them and set them free. I tried. They are happy being somewhat less boomy.
That's good.
Oh, I see. So they work better
Yeah.
with the. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, cases. I corrected myself quickly after. What was I saying before we got distracted
You were
with the boomy?
talking about your $2,000 device. You only got
Oh yeah, you
$200.
brought that up.
Yeah.
So yeah, but the thing is Brian just shut that right down when I was trying to have a philosophical discussion, and Brian's like, "Oh, I'd laugh you right out of the courtroom when you tried that." I was like, "Dude, I'm not talking about actually going to California and trying
You're not
this."
actually gonna do that. We say
But-
this, but you're not gonna do it.
But I did want to pose the question: at what point, when you buy something, does it become your property? Because I mean, remember some years ago, I had problems with. I ordered a CD DVD set, and they mailed
Was it from Rhino Records?
No, it was from Burning Shed Records.
Okay.
I ordered the CD DVD combo. I paid for it. They shipped it, and it never showed up. And what followed was weeks of passive aggressive emails back and forth, where they bitched me out for not having any tracking, and they were not going to take any responsibility for this, and they accused me of sending them the wrong address. I thought maybe that's what happened. When I checked my records, I found that no, I did send them the right address. They sent it to the right address, but I never got it. And their whole point is
your lift or where your DoorDash stuff goes to.
no, this was before that. This is when I was when I first moved back and was in Maine. So their whole position was, you paid for the CD DVD, we shipped it to the address you gave us, end of story. And I'm like, I paid for an item, it never came. It's not the end of the story. So this is a business that's basically trying to argue that once I paid them, the CD DVD was my property, and if it got lost, that was my problem. So right there is a type of now, mind you, I didn't agree with that principle at that time because it didn't work in my favor. But I bring this up to show that transaction and ownership kind of goes through a little gray area during the shipping process. So that's why I kind of bring up, when I paid the $200 to the person, did I own that device at that moment? And were they guilty of something by not shipping it to me?
Did you pay for the tracking number?
They did send me a tracking number because they generated a shipping label.
Oh, that's funny. Dude says he has a question.
Dune has a question.
What's your question, Dune?
Yeah, we want to hear your question. Now, I am fully admitting this is a gray area that I've at times fallen on opposite sides on, because when they shipped me a CD and it never arrived, I was not going to the whole, well, I owned it at that moment and that was mine. And so like that, I was pretty much like, the business should be responsible to see it through till it's in my hands.
I'm gonna tell
But-
you, I buy crap on Amazon, and if
Yeah.
it doesn't show up, I call them or get a hold of them, and they go, "Oh, we'll ship that again. See you later."
So Dune wants to know if QB has accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior. I don't get into religious philosophy with people I'm not friends with. I barely do with people I am friends with. So,
See,
you know,
poor QB.
who are we to judge?
Yeah.
For all we know, he has accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior.
Or Xenu, because now he has enough money to pay it up.
Or the flying spaghetti monster.
That is real. Don't mess with that.
So Dune's telling me to wake up.
What? What?
I don't know. Was there a punchline I was supposed to take there?
I don't know.
Was
I
there?
don't know. I like
I don't know.
the fried spaghetti monster though.
I really didn't know what to do with the Jesus Lord and Savior. I did not. I couldn't come up with a funny response to it, so I just played it straight, which
that
I thought would be funny in its own way.
That works.
Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Dune. What was the correct answer? What was the correct answer?
You gotta phrase it in the word of a sentence.
Has
a
QB
question,
accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior? That's what she said.
though. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much. Well, a lot of people go to the site and fill stuff out. I call them because I'm bored.
Oh,
I'm like,
you're
I'll call 'em.
suggesting I should have literature sent to. Oh. Here's the thing. First of all, I have no idea. I have no idea if QB has anything to do with this person suddenly becoming aware of what he has or doesn't have. I honestly don't. Heck, I went on to YouTube and bragged about it for a half hour to 5 people.
Maybe one of those 5 people were him.
It could. You never know. You never know. He could have decided, gee, I wonder what's on this YouTube's thing, and listen to me talk about that sucker on eBay that sold that thing at a dirt cheap price. Said, hey, I'm a sucker on eBay. What have I sold lately? But,
Well, I will say the guy should have done a little research in what he was selling before he did all this.
Well, yeah.
And I think
he
we
did
all
some
make that
research.
mistake, but-
He did some research after selling.
Yeah, you know what? I think we've all done that too. We're like,
Yeah.
I buy something on Amazon and then I do research out. Wow, that's crappy. Why did I order that? I should cancel. Oh, I can. It's already on its way. Great.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's always annoying.
Yeah.
Well, it's so hard to tell if something's crap or not on Amazon because there's so many fake reviews.
Well-
Dune writes in, well, I wouldn't want to piss Jesus off, so never mind. Oh, who even knows what?
So I have a question. Do you
Pisses
think you'd be
anyone
wearing Crocs these days, walking around instead of sandals?
Well, I just wear them to the beach.
I didn't say you. I said Jesus.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you at the beginning of that.
Yeah.
I suppose the funny thing I didn't realize. Did you know that they used Crocs as a shoe of the future in the movie Idiocracy because they figured
Were those Crocs?
they figured they were so ridiculous there was no way it would ever catch on.
Were those considered Crocs back then?
They were a new thing at the time, and
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, they thought that they were ridiculous looking, that it would be the type of thing that idiots would wear in the future, and surely this would never catch on, so it's not like it would become a normal shoe when watching this movie. And wouldn't you know it?
Can't we think? No, I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was in the mood for a documentary, so I brought up Idiocracy and watched.
Well,
a little bit of it.
I keep getting recommended on YouTube. I'll sit there and search. It's either Idiocracy or Short Circuit recently.
It's basically where our country's
Both
going
good
right
movies,
now.
though. Yeah, both good movies, though.
I mean, heck, we may as well have an energy drink by all the departments of government to replace water with electrolytes. It's
Yeah.
what plants crave.
That's what clients crave.
Yeah. It's got electrolytes. It's what
I sort of go
plants
to that
crave.
Costco. Just saying.
Water? You mean like in the toilet?
Actually, you know what? They're pretty comfortable, dude. That's the thing. I mean, I gotta say, I bought some because I was going to the beach. They're okay on the beach. They don't collect sand. It's fine.
Yeah.
They just sent me the wrong color, and you know what? I own it. It's fine. Neon purple's fine. I don't care.
So I guess I should.
The little girl down the street loved it. I went out there to get my mail one day wearing them, and little boy goes, "Those are kind of stupid looking." The little girl goes, "I love the color. I want those." And I'm like, "Uh-huh."
I guess I should add this to the because Dune said add those to Finding Me Dead along with Flips and Bare Feet.
Hey, I don't wear socks with them, dude. It's okay. I'm not German.
Well, we've talked about hotboxing Dune's coffin. So maybe we could also slip some Crocs on his feet while we're at it.
What good is it gonna do? What good is it gonna be for dude if you hotbox his coffin? Also, it's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, where was I? Crocs.
Oh, you're talking about Crocs.
I mean, they're all right. They're all right.
They're comfy. Don't worry,
what
they're all
happened
right.
was Kristen bought a pair of Crocs because we were at Disney, and she had uncomfortable shoes, and then her feet were killing her.
Oh,
and I
you
said,
gotta wear comfortable shoes when walking around Disney, especially World. I
and-
don't.
yeah. So I said, well, they sell Crocs at the gift shop. Maybe those would be more comfortable than the shoes you brought. So she bought a pair of Crocs, and she said, yeah, they're pretty comfortable. I figured if they're comfortable for walking around Disney World, then they got to be comfortable. So I bought a pair when I got
Now,
home.
did you buy Disney ones or just black?
Just they're blue.
Oh. Yeah.
So yeah. So I use them for the beach now. Yeah.
You dude, you sound like what's his name from what's the name of the show? I can't forget it because I forgot the name of the show all of a sudden.
So by the way, there's been a little bit of an update to the future storage of a certain vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Well, my dad bought another 2 Firebirds.
Oh.
So now he's got to build another garage, and that garage will also have room for the Chevelle. So,
Is he a fix of the Chevelle then?
well, he's got 2 he's got 2 due to him Firebirds to work
Is he a
on.
fix them up too?
Oh yeah.
Are they both manual at least?
Actually, I think
Why would you not have a manual? I'm sorry.
I think one of them's automatic.
Oh, manual swap that. Go. Do
One's
it.
manual, one's automatic. If I
Yeah,
recall
no
correctly.
one's auto on a Firebird. I'm sorry.
Well, I
Fix
mean,
that. Tell your dad to fix it.
Actually, the most valuable one that my dad has is automatic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the,
more valuable if you manual swap it.
Well, Dune writes it. It's okay.
No,
I'm
I'm
over
not.
it.
I'm sorry.
I am so sending Dune a picture of it parked in the garage when
Good,
this
do it.
happens.
Do it.
But
Do
yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was something I learned on my this past
Wow.
weekend. So yeah, my dad had a friend that had a large collection of Firebirds, Trans Ams, and whatnot.
Oh,
And
is this one of the guys he used to go to the shows with?
Yeah, he's a guy he would meet at the shows because this guy
Awesome.
was in Indiana. So my dad would meet people from around the country at
Nice,
these shows, and it
nice.
built up friendships over the years. And so this is a guy he built up a friendship with, seeing him at the car shows. And he passed recently, so now the
I'm
collection's being sold off. And so my dad bought 2 of them, and
Right.
is building a garage, which I
Oh, you hurt dude's feelings.
which.
Oh, poor dude.
Dude writes in, you not agreeing to road trip it with me has broken my dream. Good job, John. It just wasn't an option. It just wasn't. I knew there was no... Heck, I even broached the topic to him. Knowing
Did you really?
Yes.
What did he
yes,
say? Did he say, go ahead? Yeah, I'd like to meet dude.
My dad didn't even give an answer, really. He just, was... I'm like, he didn't take it seriously, and I didn't push it too seriously. But I did actually broach the topic, like if that car needs to, and at one point when we actually discussing things, like I said, I got my dad to basically say that the one thing he's kind of sad about is that he wasn't able to get that car stored someplace covered.
I can still fix it up.
Yeah, it's still, and he's gonna get it in the garage now. And,
Good.
And but he's
You're
gonna
gonna have to tow that sucker in there probably, but...
well. I think he's got ideas.
Gators, are you going down there? Are you going to help push the car?
I don't know. I don't know when things happen, but this also pushes back retirement at least another year now. So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah. But that was his decision. So
Yeah, no, that's cool.
he's
That's neat.
he's quite excited with these 2
Yeah.
new toys to play with
fix
and
up?
work on. Yeah. One's a 69, I think. He took it out to. He picked it up on the way to the show. Took it to the show. Took 3rd place in his class. He didn't even do anything to it yet.
Nice. Good job.
So, but it's got some things that it needs work on. So he's gonna work on fixing that up some. And then the other one he still has to pick up, which is a 90s era.
That's probably the automatic.
It's a green. I think that one might be the automatic. It's a convertible, if I recall correctly.
Well, convertible's cool though.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
So,
fine.
So now he's got more than enough to leave
Still
one
say
to
you
each
manual
kid.
swap it, but
Anyways,
I
of
mean,
course, the
I-
'60s one.
I
I
mean-
asked him, does it have an 8-track? He goes, it's got cassette. I'm like, oh, you gotta change that.
I'm sure he has a couple of 8 tracks. It's fine.
But it's got a cassette player in it.
What about the 69?
That's what I said. I asked him, does it have an 8-track? He says, no, it's got cassette.
Did they have cassettes in 69?
Well, that was my next question. Was that a time
Oh, it was
period
an upgrade.
correct?
It was
or-
upgraded. It's been modified, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not original, but
Oh, sad.
yeah. So I don't know if I was going to do something about that or not. But he's focused. He's got a list of other things he's working on before he even thinks about
Well,
a
you
radio.
can buy him an 8-track and bring it over next time. You're like, hey,
He's got tapes. He's got Smokey and the Bandit soundtrack tapes to put in
I
the.
didn't mean the tapes. An actual 8-track for the car. I go, hey, I'm writing an 8-track player for your car.
I don't have.
Let's
I don't
Let's
have.
do a father-son. Put it in. Let's go.
I don't have Firebird in Dash 8-track players. Why would I have a Firebird in
I'm
Dash
sure
8-track
they're on
player?
eBay.
I have. If he wants it, he can buy it.
Wow.
If he can afford 2 cars in the garage, I think he can afford an 8-track off of eBay.
Okay.
Well, actually, he is having a birthday coming up. Maybe I should get on
Okay.
eBay.
What, for my birthday you got me an 8-track player for my Firebird?
Yes, I
Awesome.
sure did.
Hey, Sparky.
And Sparky in the house. So I don't know. Maybe we should see. I guess I should see what comes up if I search for 1969 Firebird 8-track on eBay. If
Yeah,
I
you
can
probably
find
find
that.
it and be like, yeah, this is the demo right here.
That'd be that
No,
that's
Brian's out with his friends drinking milk.
that's a good 70th birthday gift, isn't it?
An 8-track I know, Sparky, would you buy a
8-track
7-year-old
for the car?
man an 8-track player for their 69 Firebird?
I think that's a great.
Yeah,
let's-
that's definitely a Gators gift, though. I would do it. My dad might punch me in the face, but I'd do it. Considering he doesn't have a Firebird.
Let's see, 1969 to 1972 Pontiac GTO Grand Prix Le Mans Tempest AM Delco Radio Dash. Oh, that's not 8-track, and that doesn't list Firebird in that list of cars, so that can't be right.
Yeah, he said there was only a tape player in it. I think it was an upgrade. I don't. Well,
Yeah, no, it has some aftermarket cassette player in it right now.
how sad.
Let's see. If Firebirds like the 69 Camaro's 8-track was mounted on the center console, it really looked like an afterthought. Probably. All right, that might be what it was then. So I'm not finding one on eBay though. So
Oh, sorry, Gators.
oh well. Back to the drawing board.
I mean, you can't put a reel-to-reel in there, and cylinder does not work in a car. So yeah, I'm sure someone's tried to mod a cylinder to play in a car.
Well, they made 45 players for the
I
car.
saw that with the little springy things you stick on the
Yeah.
dash.
Yeah.
That's real good. I wonder
It-
how well those work.
They worked fine. And yeah, no Brian this week.
He's out drinking with his neighborhood.
They're having a neighborhood watch, and he actually put that in quotes.
They're watching the beers.
He said there might be drinking
I
involved.
don't know. Does Brian drink hard alcohol? I don't know.
Well, he did drink some Bushmills whiskey on the show once from a flask.
Oh, did you carry a flask around with him?
Oh, he had one for that show.
Oh,
We might have to ask him to break that out again sometime.
maybe he just carries it around with him. I don't know. There's a little bullet. Oh, all the hot bait. Yeah, Brian's dead. Like I said, he's probably gonna end up with a third wife.
Could be.
Okay,
You
she
never
lives
know.
close. It's a neighborhood, so
Yeah.
maybe if their house is better than them, maybe they'll move in with them.
But yeah, no. Anyways, so where were we? I guess I covered everything I had to bring on
What?
this show. This is the problem with Brian not being on the show. I end up with like the last half hour of like, well, what do we fill with the time that I normally would have been interrupted?
I know, so I usually interrupt. I would try to interrupt, but I'm not very good at it.
No, that's why
I go
you're a
on the
good
Brian,
third. Go
Oh,
ahead.
the conference room. How's your conference room doing, Gators? Sparky. Or see,
well,
Sparky's pushing them out. The conference room, the Philco TV.
well, the conference rooms are all, knock on wood, working good. Oh, actually, God, I do have one small problem. So the conference rooms have cameras in them.
Let me guess, the ARM-based laptop's still working it.
Let me tell you, for all the years I've worked in conference rooms, I have never given a shit about the camera. The camera is the least important part of the conference room. Can you all hear each other? Can you all see what's being presented from your laptop? Good. Who the fuck cares what your ugly face looks like? No one wants to see it anyways. But you can't say that to the CEO or CFO or whoever's in the board
you
meeting.
don't work there anymore, but
Who all have very nice looking faces, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah. Much better than this one. But anyways, so yeah, they all have cameras. And you know, if I had a nickel for every time I'm like, you know, the meeting is now, my troubleshooting is delaying you from doing your meeting, and we got everything working with the camera, shouldn't you be kicking me out of the room to work on this stuff and let me come back to fix this when it's
I mean,
like, why am I still here? Why am I having to explain to you that you should be dismissing me and getting back to work? Like,
if it's any consultation, I don't need a camera, so.
Right. You're right. You don't need a camera.
I never turn it on anyway, so. Do I have a camera? Yes. Do I use it? Only with clients.
So, anyways, these rooms have big screen TVs and a camera mounted on top of the TV. Some of the rooms have small cameras. Some of them have this bigger model camera. And I don't know what made the determination that these rooms need a bigger camera and these rooms need a smaller camera. They all have roughly this. I don't see a difference in the picture quality, but I've never scrutinized them.
Does it do a wider image for more people?
Well, the thing is that they're also trained to zoom in on meat bags. That's the best way I can put it. Because basically,
have you told your coworkers you think of them as meat bags?
The camera thinks of them as meat bags.
I mean, do you send a worldwide text? Hey, meat bags. I have a question today.
Here's the thing: if everyone's sitting around the table, the camera knows that there's a bunch of meat bags sitting around the table, and it stays panned out to show the full table. If I'm standing in the room and I'm the only meat bag in the room, and I test the camera, it zooms in on me, and it's real fucking creepy, and I don't like it. But that's what it does.
What if you actually set like a pound of ground round in front of the laptop? Would it think it's a meat bag?
It detects human silhouettes, is what it detects, or the shape of humans.
You shape it as a face.
Right. So that's that. But they all do it. The small ones, the big ones, and so I don't know why some have bigger cameras than the others. But the bigger
iPad does that too.
But
their stage zooms in on you.
But they're all adhered to the top of the TV screen with Velcro. And there's this run room that for some reason it's got the bigger camera and it refuses to stay perfectly Velcroed in place and will tip back a bit because I guess there's more of a gap between the TV and the wall in that room.
I will tell you the answer to this.
Okay.
Duct tape.
I wasn't ready for that.
Or gaffy tape, but duct tape. Duct tape is perfect.
Yeah.
As what's the song say? West Virginia Crow. Yes, you were ready. I knew you would have been. Duct tape.
Come on.
There you go.
So, anyways, this one conference room has a larger gap between the TV and the wall than the other rooms, and so the camera sometimes falls back, and it basically is angled up to the ceiling. And you know what that means? What that means is whoever's starting the meeting needs to take 10 seconds to walk to the front of the room, move the camera up a little bit, position it on the TV, and go back to their seat and start the damn meeting and move on with life. Or call me to come into the room, get the camera, balance it, leave the room and get on with life. And I wouldn't even mind that much. But instead, my boss's boss has opened a ticket. The camera in this room is frequently falling off the TV, and it's like, what the fuck do you want me to? It's a big box that's balancing on a thin TV with a gap between the. What do you fucking expect it to do? Do you want me to call the audio and video people out here and tell them you need to get some better adhesive on here? Like, I don't have mounts or brackets. That's. Why are you wasting my time with this shit? This is not things we should just move the camera and go on with the meeting. My God.
What if they mirrored the ceiling?
Dune writes in, yes, do your job. Dune, there are a lot of things on my job. There are more things in my job that I have time for, which requires prioritizing. The only reason coming up with a better solution to secure this camera onto the TV has any priority is because it's inconveniencing my boss's boss. Otherwise, it is such a low priority.
Like I said, put a mirror on the
We-
ceiling so the camera's always going to see somebody.
App deployment is a fucking joke in our environment, and I have so much I want to do to improve that and maximize our efficiency there and automate the process, which also helps security, because the security team is all over us like, what are all these apps that are installed in your laptops? And I'm like, well, half of them have been installed by people on their own. And Dune writes in, your job is doing what the dude that makes you have the possibility of having a job says. We can get into the philosophy of these
Is
things.
that philosophy? I don't know. Is that considered philosophy, Gators? Or is that considered keeping your job? I mean, I would love to say, yeah, I know my boss's boss's boss wants me to do something, but that's all philosophical. It's fine. I'm saying that tongue
Well,
in cheek.
let me give you another example of something.
Yeah.
My boss's boss is very keen on us coming up with a way to give the old laptops to employees that want them.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
No. Fuck
Why not?
no.
Why not?
Fuck no.
Is there no way to have them secure?
There is, but it requires resources. It requires time. It requires me taking time away from doing the stuff that is important to the running of this business and the business happening, to wipe laptops to a secure level, to factory reset them with new installs of Windows, to cleaning them up, to making sure they actually work and separating the broken ones from the working ones, to dealing with the people that have problems when they take them home and go, hey, that laptop you gave me, it's doing this now. And you can send as many disclaimer emails as you want to. You know, the first time someone has a problem, they're calling you about it and asking, oh, can you just do me a favor with this? So
Yeah, that's
every
actually
place
right
I
there.
have
That's-
worked,
Yeah.
every place I've worked has said, no, we don't want that. We're not dealing with that. That has become the norm and the standard. You e-waste them, and if they have value, the e-waste place gives you a credit for the stuff with value. You make it go away. It's not worth your time and effort. Providing people with personal computers does not help us run this business. And so basically, and my people I work with are on the same page. My boss is on the same page. So I have to basically run down the laundry lists of excuses and reasons so that my boss can go to my boss's boss and chase this bullshit away. But she keeps coming back with it.
She's trying to save money for the company. That's what she's freaking trying to do. Because she's like,
It's not
"We're-
saving any money. It's costing us resources. I don't have time for this shit. I have time for the stuff that's important for the running of this business. Getting people personal computers that are outdated as hell anyways, which is why we're not using them anymore, and filled with grimy fingerprints because they were the model with the fabric that collected all the dirt
Oh,
and
the
dust.
Kantara stuff.
Yeah, they're awful.
Kantara,
No
what do
one
they
wants
call it?
that
Kantara.
shit. No.
That stuff turns bad.
No.
That stuff's nasty after a while. I will say.
So sometimes you have to find a tactful way to explain to your boss's boss why they really don't want the thing that they're asking for.
Why have they not been e-wasted yet?
Because, oh God, there's got to be contracts signed and paperwork done and dates set. Don't get me started.
Yeah, I understand.
And also, Dune says it like there's one single dude that's the dude that makes the possibility of having a job. There's a lot of dudes that are all very important. I mean, heck, tomorrow, the dude that makes me having my job possible might be the dude that has a really important meeting and their laptop crapped out of them 15 minutes before it, and it's something vital to the company. And so that might be everything else goes on hold while I get them set up with Teams on the personal computer to get this damn call going off. You know, it's not one dude. It's many moving parts.
That's going to happen. It's 15 minutes before the meeting. That's always a given.
I went for an extreme. Yeah.
You're extreme, but you know what? Honestly,
or sometimes
how many times does that happen? Quite a bit more than you want to say.
Or sometimes it's the head of legal's laptop won't turn on anymore, which means I'm getting the spare laptop. I'm firing that up as quickly as I can, and I'm meeting her at a rest stop off the side of the Mass Pike to get her a laptop so she can get the contracts done tonight. Nice. You know, it's, you know.
Yeah, you go. You just walk up here. I got the stuff. Here it is.
The camera on top of the TV
that's
is not keeping this business going.
You got to admit, that's kind of stupid, but
But someone important wants to talk about the camera on top of the TV. So now I've got to fit that in somewhere between getting the Teams working for this person and getting the head of legal's laptop to her on the Mass Pike.
Does the camera have a key, you know, the little round key things in the back? Can you just mount it on a wall real quick or no?
Maybe I could like wedge something between the TV and the camera.
Oh yeah, you put something between the crack.
Yeah.
You take some. You take just a second. Let me get to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom to grab a giant thing, make a big giant wad, stick it back there, and say there.
No. You know what I need to make a big giant wad of?
Yes. Duct tape. Like I said, duct tape it.
Sparky asking, does Johnny know how to use a rivet tool?
Hey, I would love a rivet tool, but that would be okay, Gators. My problem is, you know how Amazon goes, I see orders. Let me give you suggestions what you should buy. I'm not allowed to click on those because everything they suggest I want to buy. I'm like, you should buy this Dremel set. And I'm like, well, yeah, I want a 200-piece Dremel. Wait, what am I going to do with the Dremel set?
Oh, now, Sparky writing in, Johnny making excuses, shoulda, coulda, woulda, about things that will never happen because he don't want to fix it. It's not that I don't want to fix it. It's that I have other more pressing important things that I am being taken away from just because this important person here is a little irked that I have to move this camera. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely going to do it, but I'm pissed that it's taking me away from important stuff.
So I have a question with that one, honestly. And it poses the thing. Is it your job to redo the mounting, or is it maintenance's job to figure a way to stick that on the wall or something?
These are questions, but,
yeah.
You know, the thing is...
Or you say, okay, buy this to mount it, and maintenance goes by and installs it.
Technically, it's the contractor that put in the audio video systems responsibility, which is a company called the Red Thread. So, but the thing is that it would be probably one of the dumbest calls I would ever make if I made a call to say, I need you to send out a tech for billable hours to come secure a camera to the TV. Mind you, they still haven't fixed the fucking rat's nest of wires behind the TV in the next conference room over. Because every time something goes wrong with this equipment, and something always does go wrong with this equipment, I have to lie on my back, reach up behind this TV, because this TV will not slide away or move away, and the wires are all just... And so I took pictures. I bitched them out, and they sent someone out, and they put a few zip ties on it. And then they said, there you go. And I'm like, this is an improvement, but this is not what I had in mind. And so they sent a quote for a better bracket that would allow us to slide the TV away. But now the quote is stuck in budget limbo.
Uh-huh.
So I'm still stuck lying on my back every time I need to do anything in that room. I'm reaching a point. At what age should I not have to lie on my back to make a living? You know?
72 years old.
Well. Sparky writes in, personally, I'd rather work on mounting a cam in the conference room than fixing some third-party software issue. It's not just about the third-party software issue. It's about our whole environment. Like, for example, we still don't have a way to remotely re-image laptops properly, which is something that security and engineer. I got these big, massive projects that no one is doing their part on, and I'm trying to make happen. I don't know. Maybe I care too much about the important stuff. Sparky writes in, let's put this on the agenda for next Monday and get an update how things went. I'm making a note. Not Magpie. Oh, you're is that the one that's in the box? I was wearing my NHB Telethon shirt out in public. Rare occurrence. Got a handful of compliments on it. Oh my God. Yes, Meg in a box. That's who it is. Oh my God, you get the applause. Meg in the box in the house. She used to have a profile picture of her in a box, I think, if I recall correctly. Sparky Wright said, "You do care too much. That attitude will go away as you get older."
Yeah, I think the same thing.
I already care less than I did 10 years ago. Well, no, I mean, the thing is that I cared less about these things at the last job because I was at a job where no one cared about me. I'm at a job where, like, people do care. And I guess maybe that's why my boss's boss is opening up a ticket about a camera being secured, because she cares about quality and these things. And she doesn't think that it's not about her having to adjust the camera. For her, it's about other people coming in and the camera's not where it needs to be. And, you know, can't we do something to make this work right?
Yeah,
and it's like,
job.
we could, but we have so much important stuff to do.
Yeah, her job is to make the company look professional. That's
Right,
her job.
right. Although really, she'd love to redo the conference. She wanted to redo the conference rooms just as the paint was drying from the last round of conference room refurbishments. She wants to put owl cams in these rooms,
Wait,
or
I have a question. Why do all these rooms have TVs in them? Wouldn't you think they'd have like a projector or something?
well, because they were upgraded from projectors to TVs.
That's not an upgrade. That's a downgrade.
I think the projectors are still mounted to the ceiling.
You could use the projectors. That'd be great. I would love.
I
that.
don't know. Some decision was made to
Bring in your Wii. You can play games on it.
Well, also, the previous equipment did not have stuff to connect laptops because more than half the company were on desktops still. So the conference rooms had projectors and screens and a desktop computer in a cabinet with a wireless mouse and keyboard. But then they got rid of that all. They put all this Crestron equipment in. They put all this wireless features that no one ever uses in. They put these big screen TVs in, these cameras in, these speaker phones that run extremely hot. But they tell us that is within the factory specs. They checked with a thermometer. So, yeah.
That's a downgrade. Why would you put TVs in if you have a projector?
That was not my call.
And you put the owl cam on top of the in the middle.
It's
of
not
the
an owl
table
cam.
and
She
it goes
wants to
around.
get an owl cam, but it's not an owl cam. It's just that's the thing. She wanted a camera that would focus in on the person that's talking.
Yeah, you get the kind that goes roundy. You get the little twirly thing.
Well, the problem is that she asked for a camera that would focus on the person who's talking. She got a camera that zooms in on the meat bags, as I put it. And she's like, well, no, isn't it supposed to focus on the person who's talking? I'm like, that camera can't read lips. No, it just closes in the angle to the number of people in the room. It's if you want that, you're gonna have to get a budget for new equipment and redo all these rooms. And then she got us set up with an afternoon to go to like their showroom so they could show off all their new equipment. The thing is that the new equipment, the direction that these things are moving in is to set up conference rooms to accommodate less people and more tech. You know, basically it's the model where instead of having a long table with people sitting on both sides of the table, is to set up the room with people sitting on one side of the table facing a wall of TVs, and then there's like cameras under the TVs that could split individuals into their own zone and can focus on who's talking
That's
based
annoying
off
as
of.
crap.
Well, it's really cool to the people that are on the conference call because everyone's got their own camera rather than looking at a room and a long table. But that means that a room that could hold 8 people can now only hold 4 people. But the thing is this came out of response of the post-COVID world where a lot of people were working remotely and less people were in the office. So they saw this as an opportunity to reevaluate the way people are using their workspace, and maybe you don't need conference rooms to accommodate as many people. Of course, now we're having a push back towards trying to get people in the office. So I don't know how well that model's working for that business right now. But that is what they were trying to sell us on. And it was really cool because, yeah, it is cool if you could have a bunch of people sitting at a table and the camera can focus on each individual face.
Wait, does it give you everybody their own little box on the
Yeah.
screen?
Yeah, it does.
Wait. My question is, can you fashion it so it looks like the Brady Bunch screen?
Why did I know you were going to do that?
What? We mean? You knew I was gonna.
I knew you were going to do that.
It's important. I mean, you can just have some. Yes.
Story
Yes.
of a lovely
You have
lady
to.
who was bringing
Now,
up
did
three
you get
very
a
lovely
tape of it yet?
girls.
Or a record of Brady Bunch yet?
There we go. It's the Brady Bunch conference room is what we got.
That's what you should have. That would be awesome. Have the blue
Ah.
background. And you could have the CEO in the center, staring, like looking up and down at people.
Just looking up and down.
Yeah, just looking up and down at people. Come on, that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
If you get like the lunch person that brings in the lunch to wear like a maid outfit or something, so you can be like Alice.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sparky writes in, on Johnny's last day of work before retiring, he'll be working in the conference room.
Yeah, probably.
Bag writing, they're a pain in the ass. My church invested in one. Did you make that point?
Hey. Okay, good.
What? Well, I think I've tried to make a point many times that, yeah, we could do that, but that'd be a pain in the ass. But generally, I make the points to my boss, and then he takes that and tones it down to my boss's boss. And, I mean, well, usually, that's the thing. My boss's boss, to her credit, has a lot of great ideas. A lot of great... And she's very much a go-getter, get it done. What can we do to get it done? I mean, for example, her idea of let's give away the old company laptops instead of e-wasting them, which anyone that's worked IT knows that's an awful idea. You know, if we come back and we say, well, it would take time and effort, that would, you know, her response is, well, could we pay someone to do it? You know, and that's just a typical response from her is, you know, well, could we do it this way? Well, what, you know, like instead of like, oh, this is a bad idea, let's move on. She addresses the argument head on, you know, like the time it would take, could we pay someone else to do it? But it's like, well, then we have to onboard someone and get them in the system, get them through the training. And then we got to train them to do the thing. So we got to take the time to train them to do it. And then we got to supervise, make sure they do it right. I mean, it doesn't save us that much time to hire someone to factory reset laptops. And then we still have all the other problems that come with that. You know, it's like, no, let's just e-waste them and take the credit we
Are
get.
you redeploying them or giving it to people?
She wants to redeploy. I can do. I do that all the time, but
She wants to just give it to them as a free laptop to them.
she wants us to factory reset them to like new and
Yeah.
give them to people to use as personal computers.
Oh, do that 'cause after you
Exactly.
give them away, after you give them away, guess what? Not your problem. That's their property. You yank off the sticker, say done, whatever, and you know what? It's yours. Bye.
You could say that, but that
Yeah.
won't stop them from coming back and asking.
Well, yeah, you sit there and go, oh well, that's yours and not mine anymore. That's not the company's.
Well, then you got to find diplomatic ways to say that because you are.
What's diplomatic? Say, I'm sorry, we gave you the laptop. It's yours. We're not supporting
Well, and that's only part of the issue.
No.
It takes a lot of effort to fully wipe a laptop to a secure level and to factory reset it and also verify that it's good to give out to some. And like I said, they're a mess. They're old, they're grungy, they're dirty. We'd probably want to wipe them up, clean them up a bit. It would be someone's job to do. It's not. It's just
Lots
better.
of alcohol wipes.
Anyone that's done this job knows you
Yes.
just e-waste them.
I
You
cleaned
just
so many
e-waste
people's
them.
Computers and laptops. It's like, oh god. So the crap. I've alcohol wipe people's laptops. Just to spray. You spray them down. The white cloths are completely black, and you're like, you go through like 6 or 7 of those things. You're like, yeah.
I mean, I've worked this job
Look,
long
the D
enough
key
to
works
know
again.
that
That's nice.
I've worked this job long enough to know that anyone that's ever done the give it away option has regretted it and never did it again.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, trust me, you don't want to do that.
Of course, if they were giving it away, I'd say, oh yeah, can I have 2? But the thing is, I also know how to handle it. I know how to do it, and I wouldn't have anybody else. I would say, yeah, they're mine, bye.
Right,
So, yeah.
right. And Sparky writes in smokeless ashtray.
Oh, I would just not smoke. That's a big thing with ham radio gear. You look at stuff and it says, was this in a smoker's household or not? I mean,
Oh,
Denison had a Kenwood 2000. I wanted it really badly, and I'm like, well, and I'm like, he goes, well, and I think he was gonna sell it to me or something. I'm like, no, I don't want that because he smoked like a chimney. It's something you just couldn't give to people.
I've
No one
bought
wanted it.
audio equipment that
Yeah,
I take out of the box. I'm like, oh, fuck.
And you can't get
Smoker.
that. No matter how much you clean stuff out, you can't get the smell at all.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
So I think my first quad reel to reel deck came from a smoker's house. It had other issues.
It was all yellowed, I bet, and
I-
nasty smelling, and
I don't think I even resold it. I think I tossed it, if I recall
yeah,
correct.
yeah. I wouldn't have resold it.
It was not a good
because you
shape.
just can't get the smell out. You can't, and what it does to plastics or metals,
Mm.
you just can't clean.
No. Sparky wants to know, did you design this backdrop or is it an LP album cover? The backdrop is actually a poster that was on the Venison's bedroom wall.
Speaking of which, he died 5 years ago last week.
5 years already.
Yeah, last week. Yep.
My God.
Yep. I was going to mention it last week and I forgot.
Yeah, but yeah, Sparky never heard the story of it. Well, actually, it's funny. He had some cool psychedelic posters on his wall. We often joke that that's nice, but how did you get them to stay on the wall without any tape? Because
Sparky, and what do you know? We called it the sticky wall for a reason. He wanted to see how high he could.
Venison was very
aim.
proud of how high he got on the wall.
Dude says, ew, stop. You know what, dude? Let's just say on that wall, if you it wasn't the poster glowing more than anything, it was the wall.
It was whenever this topic came up, Venison would do that type
yeah,
of
he
laugh.
would. Actually, I just listened to an episode the other night from him that's on point. So
Yeah, yeah, that's what he'd say.
yeah, exactly.
That's what I thought.
I think he'd also often say to us,
You are so hopelessly white.
Yep.
But,
yep.
but yeah.
the white called the white.
But anyways, so he had, because the one time I visited him at his house, he showed me the room and the posters. I think by then the mark was painted over. I don't think he showed me that, or maybe I blocked that out. But the other thing that he was really sad about was apparently he had another poster hung up next to one of the posters, and there was an empty spot on the wall where it used to be, and that was the thing he lamented, was that apparently the poster that used to be there that got torn down from the wall turned out to be a very rare collectible poster that he saw sell on eBay for a ridiculous price. And apparently
No
he had
one's gonna want that thing after it's been Denison's house. It'll smell like smoke and be sticky on the back.
Yeah, there is that. Well, apparently he had a second one that was somewhere in a tube, somewhere in the basement, but he could never find it.
It was next
Next to the
mushroom
thermos.
soup.
Yeah, apparently there was
Right
a
next to the mushroom soup.
apparently there was a thermos full of mushroom soup that also got lost in that basement that he never found. My only hope is whoever bought that house eventually found one or the other, and I really don't care which. Either way, it'll be a good story.
The house is gone, I think. So
Oh, did they tear it down?
I don't know. I just don't think it's in the same state it was.
Yeah.
They might have fixed it. I don't know.
I don't know what happened to that house. But
Yeah, the registry.
Meg writes in that poster belongs on a registry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did take the picture of this because this was quite a colorful psychedelic effect, which I think if I do this, we could just look at the backdrop. And this was just something I had somewhat show related in my folder of pictures. So when I needed some kind of a background for the camera views, I'm like, well, I'll just throw that in there for now and see how that does. And after Venison's passing, it's like, well, I got to keep
I
it
would
now.
love to see Brian try to put that on his green screen to see what would happen to him. You know, the camera
Yeah.
might just say, "Yeah, I'm done."
It might. But yeah, so that was Venison's poster, and yeah, I had fun. I had fun hanging out at his. I always tell the story that at some point, you know, we hung out, we ate pizza, drank soda, then I had to pee really bad, and I said, "Is there a bathroom?" And he goes, "Yeah, about that." I just
I would
need
have
to
peed in the bushes and walked away.
I just need to empty it. I was like, no, that's okay.
It's like, let me use your bush outside.
It was at that moment I realized I could hold it.
Yeah. Should have gone to Damon's and peed there.
Well, I did. I went to visit Damon after visiting Venison, and you know, locked it up. Hello, where's the bathroom? Just got back from Venison's
Was that
place.
you know, if you really wanted to, you should have brought Venison with you. And then left him there.
Well, he already had a bad roommate. That was when Damon was living with Julian still. Although Julian wasn't
Yeah,
there.
Venison would love this TV then.
Oh, it was a great TV.
Yeah,
I think I took a picture of that TV
I
because
need
it
a
was
bigger TV actually.
I mean that was the thing. I remember I think it was Julian that bought the big TV. Two blind people share an apartment together. Big screen TV.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
it.
They love
Yeah.
their friends, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shoe dude.
Yeah, I think that was the shoe dude. Julian had a bunch of shoes, or
Oh,
that did not have a happy ending. I don't
No.
think.
No.
Well, wasn't that he was like cheating on with Damon's girlfriend, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He ended up sleeping with Damon's girlfriend behind
Uh-huh.
his back.
Didn't she end up staying with him?
I don't know what happened there. I really don't.
I'm sorry, Damon.
Yeah. Oh, he's, you know, I got to visit him one of these days. Now that he's in Tom's
Damon
River.
or Julian?
Damon.
Oh.
Well, he's
Does
in
he know you
Tom's
wanna come
River.
Visit him?
What's that?
Does he know you want to come visit him?
Well, when I talked to him on the phone a few weeks ago, I said, he told me he's in Tom's River now. I'm like, oh, hey, that's just over the bridge from Lavalette. I could come hang out sometime.
Did you
So-
say I had a little accident near your area? Maybe it was the karma?
I've not been bragging about that.
Oh. Yeah, you should go. You should randomly knock on his door. Hi. Oh, is he living alone?
I don't
Does he have a girl?
know.
Does he have a boy? I don't know.
We
David
didn't talk
that
much about
better.
that. We really talked about
Maybe he's living with Dave.
we talked about the kidney issues mostly. Is
Oh,
what we talked
kidneys.
about.
Yeah, poor David.
Yeah, that was. I mean, he was still in the hospital, so that was kind of what was on the mind and what was happening.
Yeah.
Dune right in. They got hooked up from that learning how to live school thing. Yeah, that's right. Because Damon attended some classes to build up some, living independently
living skills and
blind,
stuff, yeah.
and he met Julian through there, and so they decided to get to roommate together when they got out of school, and it worked until it didn't.
Found gators.
So, oh, Sparky found a
Go Sparky.
All right, let's take a look what we got here. Why is it not showing me the chat room on this? Oh, I gotta log in.
Oh no.
Fucking Twitch keeps logging me out because. Well,
Well, I'm always logged out. If I close my browser, it's gone because I delete all cookies and all everything on it. So your passwords and stuff because I don't want that stuff laying around.
I see. This looks like almost looks like an under the dash type of thing, but I guess. Wait, no, this has a Chevy logo on it.
Okay.
But it would fit, I guess is the point. Oh, yeah, well, thank you. I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah.
Maybe your dad
Awesome.
has it and doesn't realize he has it.
I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have a lot of parts and things like that. I have to. Oh, it's under the dash. Okay. So under the dash is what was offered for that. Oh, okay. All right. That's. I know the 70, like the 70, what is it? A 73, I think, has like a spot underneath the radio that the 8-track mounts in as a separate unit, but it's in the dash. But I guess that came later. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. All right. Anyways, we have kind of reached that time.
What already?
Yeah, it's past 10 o'clock. And, oh, Dune has an image. It includes the Neil Young 8-track tape. Ooh.
The Neil Young tape.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Let's see what Dune sent a pic of one. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, I see. Because my dad had an earlier one that, like, the radio dial was actually a door that the tape would push in through. But I think that was like a 68 or a 67 that had that. But I see this here. It's got it as a separate under the... Yeah, that does look like an afterthought. I think Sparky made a comment that it looked something like an afterthought. Yeah. Okay, so I guess something like that. But then I'd have to get like the right radio too, because the one that's in there now is a cassette radio. So I don't know what he has, what he needs. So I can't. I maybe that'll be next year's gift.
There you go.
I got to come up with something soon though. I never know what to get him. That's maybe the one that my dad had that had the door that flipped in was an aftermarket thing that was put in that car.
Ooh.
But yeah. There's some more pictures.
Yeah, see, it has a stick.
Yeah. Anyways, on that note, what do I need to do? I need to play the
Let's stuff fruitcake down our pants.
no, that's the wrong button.
That was not it.
That was not it. No. But this has been another fun-filled edition of
Insert title here.
But we do try to be educational here. And, oh, Sparky sending me something. What's that? What AC/DC sounds like. Oh, I'm going to have to listen to that later. But, yeah. What was I saying? I was saying we do try to be educational here. Oh, I have not had a chance to talk to Video Vamp again since we last talked, but I am hoping to hear from him soon about sometime coming on the show, doing the show with us. So I will be sure to keep everyone posted well in advance before we do that. But, so Mars, what have you learned here this week?
I've learned I've never seen 69 typed up so many times in the chat for any show.
Sparky learned where the backdrop came from that I use. And if I learned anything here tonight, I learned that Brian has neighborhood watches in quotes which means that there might be drinking involved. And I also learned that when you get in an accident, the lawyers in the area will find out about it before you do. So,
Well, there you go.
there you go. All right. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and look for someone to raid here.
Ooh, who are you gonna raid tonight?
Who am I going to raid tonight? Well, we couldn't raid Tired Actor last week because we didn't have enough viewers to raid her.
Yep.
And so I just said, well, we'll just go over and watch her anyways. But
Yep.
because again, I don't know. There's not as many musicians as there used to be, and I maybe I need to do a little Twitch finding my own at some point.
Wow.
And follow more.
Yeah, you and dude should do with the what's new on Twitch thing. You did Twitch finds before,
Right. But
Finding
you know what? We
people.
do like Tired Actor, and look at Sparky likes Tired Actor. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
we
go
do.
ahead.
We all love Tired Actor.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna go raid Tired Actor is what we're gonna do, and see if it lets us. It lets us. Yay!
Yay!
All right, we'll be back next week, same time, same place. Until then, you have a good week. And I don't have any plans to be traveling next weekend, but that could change in a moment's notice. But anyways, good night.
Good night.
All right, and we have raided.
There you go.
All right. Well, you have
Have
a
a
good